Girls, what inappropriate questions about guys have you always wanted answered?
Is it offensive to ask you to wash your dick before oral?
Not if it's already established that you're going to suck my dick. Man, I'll wash your fucking car if that's what it took. Washing my dick is nothing. Plus, I'd much rather have an enthusiastic blowjob than a, oh god, this kind of smells, but I don't want to be rude, but he better finish soon. Blowjob, so you know, if you want it cleaned or trimmed, or you want me to cut out a felt cape for it and draw an S on the underside of it, just let me know whatever it takes to make you more into it.
Do you masturbate thinking of your partner or some actress?
Yes. Some actress? Yes. Porn? Yes. Nothing at all. I'm just horny? Yes. Scratching the balls, then one thing led to another? Yup.
Do any of you genuinely enjoy how women taste down there, or do you fake it?
I have never faked my enthusiasm for cunnilingus. Read that in Bill Clinton's voice. It varies tremendously even with the same girl. One time, I could barely stop because it tasted so good. Other times, not so much. The thing stopping me once was actually a tired tongue. It's like lifting weights with your pinky. If you don't practice, you won't have much endurance.
I've always wanted to know what it feels like to stick your dick in someone.
Imagine sticking your finger very slowly into thick, warm banana pudding. Then imagine your finger is 10 times as sensitive and you really love banana pudding. Kinda like that. I'll have to buy some banana pudding. Like waking up and getting out of bed on a cold winter day, spending the entire day uncomfortably cold. Then you come home, turn on the shower, wait for the water to heat up as you stand there naked with that cold, almost icy feeling on your skin. Then when it's warm and steamy, you finally step in and the water hits every part of your body at once. You feel a comfortable shiver from head to toe and you tell yourself you're going to spend the rest of your life in this shower because it's so pleasant. Then 10 minutes later you finish up because you've got shit to do. Like sticking your finger in sometime else's mouth but without teeth and a softer, less agile tongue. If she has a vagina, I feel like that would be a more accurate representation than a mouth. Lube up your left hand and make it into a fist. Take your right index finger and push it into the side of the fist so it's rubbing on the inside of the fist. Then imagine your clitoris is on the end of that index finger.
How often do you guys acknowledge the attractiveness of other guys? Not necessarily tell them, but do you guys ever think of, this dude is hot or something like that in passing?
For me, it's not very often, purely because my judge of other guys' attractiveness levels is awful. I can tell if a guy is super ugly or super attractive, like my 1 to 2s and my 9 to 10s, but all the in-between. It's like I'm completely blind. I only notice guys that are hotter than me and think to myself, you sexy motherfucker, fuck you. Shit, I don't even know where I'd fall on a 1 to 10 scale.
Is it true that crossing your legs will hurt your dick? I've seen guys cross their legs before, but others have told me they never do it because it hurts.
Doesn't hurt mine. Sit with crossed legs often. Suppose you can unconsciously learn to shift the balls below one of the legs. Sitting with knees straight and in contact is far more uncomfortable over time. Edit. Note, pressure on dick doesn't really hurt, it's the balls.
Why do most guys love doggy style so much?
The angle feels good, excellent scenery, and being able to grab a girl by the waist. Plus, hangy boobs are incredible feeling. It's a go-to position that allows us to thrust at whatever pace we want while not being in a super awkward position. Plus, grabbing the girl's hips, and you can get a few good different angles from the same position. And you can make silly faces and she won't know. No, it's better when you know there's a mirror or something reflective nearby. That way, if she looks at it suddenly, she sees you making faces and starts laughing and tightens that core.
What's it like getting your balls touched by your partner? Why don't some guys not like it?
If you hurt balls by mistake, it can ruin the day, actually.
Referring to the best blowjob you've ever had, what made it the best?
Enthusiasm. This should not be confused for aggression, however. You can be into it without needing to go fucking nuclear on it. Lots of tongue. Not afraid to be sloppy. Concentrating on sensation, not appearance. But one girl would bury her nose in my pubic hair while I came down her throat. It was fucking glorious, but if you can't do that, don't worry. Enthusiasm will get you 95% of the way there.
What do guys think about during sex?
It depends on whether we're trying to speed things up or slow things down. My wife asked me how it is I can orgasm on command, and I had to explain to her it isn't that I can orgasm on command, it's that I spend the whole time trying not to. Like how Bruce Banner is always angry. That's my secret, I'm always coming. ABC, always be coming. My wife laughed when I told her what I think about to slow the process down. I think about chairs fighting each other with different chairs. Cars going down the highway, but instead of wheels, they have hairy human legs that run really fast.
When we send you guys unexpected, suggestive, nude pics, what is your first reaction and what do you do with them after? Save them, use them, delete them, look at them, and then forget about it? I can't tell you how many times I've sent pics and heard nothing back at all, so I wonder if they're appreciated or what.
Often they are cherished and used for sure, hardly ever deleted. It is hot as hell that someone wants you to see her naked. They are appreciated a lot unless you're stalking the guy and/or sexting at inappropriate times. Then it's a bit more foggy. Also, I find it incredibly arousing if your face is in the pic, though I am aware of some people, girls do this too, who show the pic to others after the relationship has ended. I don't agree with them doing that, though. I do appreciate seeing the girl, who I've often only seen at clothed parties, social events nude. If you don't get a reply, just ask him if he wants another one. I'll bet you he'll respond almost before you've sent the text. Yep, I would say that most guys have a folder somewhere in their PC with EXGF pics and random hookup and Snapchat pics that they go to when regular porn won't do.
Are men really that turned on by women who squirt orgasm just from penetration?
I consider it the difference between polite applause and a standing ovation. Man, this guy, he gets an applause while all I get is the clap. It makes you feel like a fucking champion. Imagine shooting a basket at random and making it in perfectly, and the entire stadium starts cheering and showering you with roses and money.
Do you guys swing your penis around like an elephant trunk when you're naked? If I had a penis, this is exactly what I would do.
To impress a chick, do the helicopter dick. Even better is the hip thrust to slap your cock against your belly. Not too much backswing though. Don't want to smash your plums between your cock and arse.
Does it feel good when someone fondles, plays, licks your nipples?
This is going to be a depends on the guy thing. Some aren't sensitive, some are sensitive, but not in a good way. Some are into it.
When you come, does it feel like pissing in the same way doing anal kind of feels like shitting? Since guys' cum comes out of the urethra, I've always wondered this.
Not really. Peeing is more controlled. When we come, it feels further back and lower, and it shoots out on its own, leg twitching and shit. Followed by the rolling of the eyes, the patented O face, and that weird chuckle that sounds like a demented hybrid of Goofy and a slow-paced machine gun. You might be alone on that last one.
A friend of mine confessed about it when he was drunk, but is it really that common for guys to think about naughty stuff about their female friends?
Yes, of course. That a guy thinks of you as a friend doesn't mean he also sees you as a gray, sexless blob. He may not be actively interested in you or think pursuing is worth putting the friendship in jeopardy, but in general, guys divide people up into attractive and unattractive, not attractive and friend. If you're cool, you don't stop being cool because you're nice to us. Doesn't mean that some guys don't have a problem with boundaries, but that's a completely separate issue.
Do you notice all our flaws like we do? Like if we're fucking, do you think, oh, gross, look at that cellulite? Or that stretch mark is disgusting? Or, she appears to missed a patch shaving on her legs. Do you notice when we've gained a few pounds whilst we're riding you? Honestly?
The only thing that can throw me off is strong bad smell. Edit. My highest rated comment. It really shows how important this issue is. I used to screw this gorgeous girl, but her poop hole almost always stank like shit. Very badly, even after having a bath. I didn't get it, and guess what her favorite position was? Of course, doggy style. I also lost an erection due to a funky vagina once as I dove in like I usually do with enthusiasm and joy and tried my best but had to give up and call it a night. The only thing I'm thinking is, whoa, sex! No, those are things that I don't pay attention to. For the most part that goes through my head at that point is how sexy the moment is. Those are two minuscule things to take into account. Sure, when running our hands over that patch that wasn't shaved completely or incorrectly, we might notice, but it's not a turnoff or a thing that makes us want to take our stuff and run. 99% of the time my wife mentions a flaw I had not noticed until she mentioned it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and check out other stunning Reddit stories.